cruel cats and cretins, and welcome to the Hairy Scary Countdown, hosted by me, your ever-loving horned red fuzzball, Cliff. Doing what I always do around here at the Erie Cemetery, and that's getting things ready for tonight's big show with the Mummy and the Monkey, yeah. So let's get things cooking with this little ditty, and I'll see you on the flip, or my name ain't Cliff. Ha-cha!
Poor Barbara, not for her the carefree hours of happy play, nor the busy hours of work and study. What has happened to her that she lies there so hot and feverish, so weak and dizzy, so miserable with suffering and pain? Our body is just like a little country that has been invaded by an enemy army. But the enemy in this case is not big soldiers. This invading army is so tiny that it can be seen only through a microscope. Its soldiers are the germs of communicable disease. Some of these disease-causing organisms are so small that they cannot be seen even with the most powerful microscope. They are detected only because they can pass through the tiny holes of this filter. A communicable disease is one which can be caught from someone else. This means that the germs have to leave the body of a sick person and enter the body of one who is well. The usual gateway by which they enter is through the mouth or nose. How do germs make the trip from sick to well and thereby spread disease? They may travel by one of several ways. Coughs and sneezes which are not protected send germs in a direct spray. Kissing also gives germs a direct short trip. The public drinking cup is a favorite means of travel. Water as we find it in nature may have harmful germs in it. If we drink such water without first boiling it, we are giving these germs a free ride into our bodies. Milk is the best food there is for us, but if it comes from unhealthy cows, in dirty surroundings, or is handled by people having a communicable disease, it can become a good conveyor of germs. Rats and some insects, particularly the fly, are of great help to germs of certain diseases by carrying them from filth to the food we eat. Thus you see that germs have several ways of traveling from the sick to the well. As individuals and as a community, we can do many things to halt this movement of germs and prevent the spread of disease. A healthful community must have a safe water supply. Here we see sedimentation and chlorination, a part of the process of water purification. In rural areas, a safe water supply requires a properly constructed well located on higher ground and at a considerable distance from the toilet. The purity of a city's water supply is further protected by the sanitary treatment of sewage. A series of processes renders the waste non-injurious to health. In rural areas, the problem of disposal of human waste can be solved by the building of a proper type septic tank. Or, if this is impractical, by building properly constructed sanitary toilets. Care in all steps of handling milk will do much to reduce milk-borne diseases. Cleanliness in the dairy, healthy cows, clean and healthy milkers, sterilized buckets, and cans so constructed as to keep out dust and flies all help to bring us safe milk so important in our lives. Pasteurization, which does not take the place of all these other precautions, is the one way to make sure that milk is safe. Anti-fly measures, particularly the disposal of breeding places, will help halt one of the most important ways by which germs travel. Tight-fitting screens are effective not only against flies, but also against mosquitoes. We can do much to prevent the spread of disease by keeping away from those who are sick. Common sense tells us to stay away from indoor crowds whenever communicable diseases are prevalent. Always call the doctor early whenever a communicable disease is suspected. Early treatment may lessen the severity of the sickness and halt its further spread. It is the duty of anyone suffering from a contagious disease to remain at home until the doctor feels it is safe for him to go out among other people. Some diseases, such as smallpox, diphtheria, and typhoid fever, could be wiped out entirely if each and every one of us took advantage of the time-proved protection offered by vaccination and preventive inoculation. One of our best weapons in preventing the spread of disease is cleanliness, which is particularly important when there is a communicable disease in the house. Certainly, cleanliness should be observed in all places where food is sold or served. All dishes used by the public should be sterilized. Our hands may pick up germs. The one act of washing the hands after going to the toilet and before eating is an invaluable health measure. The use of paper cups instead of common drinking glasses will help keep down the transmission of disease. We cannot keep all germs from entering our bodies, but wise old nature has placed within us natural forces capable of fighting the invading armies of disease. The better the condition of our health, the stronger this last line of defense against the invader. Building up this resistance depends upon a well-balanced diet which satisfies all the food requirements of our body. Outdoor exercise in the fresh air and sunshine. At least 6 glasses of water daily. And plenty of rest. At least 8 hours of sleep every night. Every step we take to prevent the spread of disease means increased happiness and greater living efficiency for all of us.
I'm Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm Grimgory, the Monkey.
And together we host the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy, Scary Hangout.
Yes, our live streaming horror hosted show has it all.
Skits, bits, and a scary flick.
That's right, so for more information on our show, go check out
TheMummyAndTheMonkey.com.
And we'll see you
at the Hangout.
Woohoo!
I told you the PTA's coming tonight, George. I'm too busy for nonsense.
PTA, huh? Gonna serve your coffee?
If you joke about my coffee again, you hear, Mrs. Olson, like a broken record.
Well, it's one committee member to another. Maybe you should try Folger's coffee.
Why Folgers?
They blend it special. Folgers uses mountain-grown coffee.
Mountain grown?
Oh, that's the richest kind. Bet your husband tastes the difference.
Mrs. Olson, I'll try Folgers on him tonight.
How about another cup, honey?
You seconds on my coffee?
Tastes kind of great tonight.
See? No trick to making coffee. All you need is a better coffee.
Folgers.
Try Folgers, the mountain-grown coffee. Mountain-grown for better flavor.
Into the deepest jungles went Pressman toy makers looking for something new. The secret they brought back for you is incredible. The Pressman Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit. Plastic flesh, mixing cauldron, and petrifying potion. Just pour it into the mold, and in minutes you can add monster hair. Paint it with a coloring kit included, or make up your own decorations. In 24 hours, the heads shrink down. Now, shrunken heads for all occasions. Collect them, swap them, give them to your Witch Doctor friends. You can always cook up more with Pressman's Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit.
What you are about to see is bizarre, unsettling, and riveting.
Sparkling soft drinks.
Ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew. Hey! Hey!
Steaming hot coffee.
Roses are red, and how do you do? Drink 4 of these and whoop, 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 whoop.
Steamed or grilled hot dogs.
Oh, my God. That is huge.
Crispy hot fresh French fries.
This is the best thing I have ever put in my mouth.
How about a pizza? None better anywhere.
Well, that's a wrap for the countdown. Now on with the show! Well, whoop-dee-doo. Hey, gang, welcome. I'm Cliff Jablonski, the behind-the-scenes guy here at the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout, yeah. And I want to know one thing. Are you DTF? That's right, you know what I'm talking about. Are you down to Friday?
Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout. And we are so happy here to be hanging out on this Friday night, August 12th, 2022 for episode 172.
That's right. Hey, that's not a rhyme, Dolly. I like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's Friday night once again. We are here hanging out with you live on the interwebs from Cleveland to the world, beaming right out of the Erie Cemetery.
We're enjoying some fun tunes here, and all excited to be hosting tonight's movie.
That's right. And what is tonight's movie, Janet?
Tonight's movie is The Death Kiss from 1932, a murder mystery whodunit starring Dracula. I mean, Bela Lugosi.
Same difference.
Everyone knows him as Dracula, right?
Yeah, he talks the same way and acts the same way in every movie, so it's pretty much Dracula.
Yeah, it's pretty much Dracula. So, yeah. We have a prize giveaway.
We do indeed have a prize giveaway. All the standard built-in stuff. We got our snack toy segment. Some what do you do's later on. Cleveland TV Showtime travel. And what's the prize for tonight's giveaway?
So tonight's prize giveaway is a Mummy and the Monkey magnet and some stickers. Stickers, thanks to Tony and April. They made them.
Yeah, I get stickers every summer when I'm wearing my boxer shirt. But anyway.
And all you have to do to be a part of the prize drawing is to chat away in the YouTube chat. And then I will write down all the names throughout the night and put them in my big plastic shiny, where did that go? There's my bucket, my big plastic shiny Mummy bucket. And we will pick one lucky winner.
All right, Jonathan Henry. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, you get a Barrel Papa, the first Barrel Papa of the night.
Thank you, Jonathan. How awesome.
Yes.
Oh boy, prizes, says Vicky. Oh, people are excited.
Yeah, let me get back onto the thing here.
Nice. Just scroll down there.
I know what to do. Just keep talking.
There we go. Okay, so we have a special birthday shout out also for the night.
We do?
Yes. So we have a mini monster celebrating a birthday.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yes.
What mini monster are you talking about?
Miss Annalyn is turning the big 9.
9?
She's 9 years old, coming up soon.
Another super chat here. Help me with the name.
Wolfgang Jacob says hello, Janet and Grim. Thank you, Wolfgang, for the super chat.
That's a long-winded squeak there.
So happy birthday, Miss Annalyn, and I'm sure you're celebrating with your brother Gabriel and your dad Insane Jay, also known as Jason, and they're from Florida, so they're down in Florida celebrating her birthday.
Florida, yeah. Florida. Woo-hoo.
And they watch the show together. How fun!
That is fun. So, yeah. So tonight is we have, like Janet said, we have a bona fide whodunit, and the print's pretty good too. It's better than our usual black and white fare here, our bottom of the barrel fare. So there's at least that. The audio is a little wonky here and there, but inconsistent. But it's still overall a better looking movie.
Oh yeah, very cool. All right, so we've got our shout outs coming up, the mini monsters.
That's right.
And the macabre mirror.
We do.
And where is Petunia?
I don't know. Do you have?
Oh, here she is.
You gotta have her there, right?
Come here, Miss Petunia. I'm sitting here with Miss Petunia, the little zombie ghoul.
Oh.
And then you've got Mr. Fartworth there.
Upside down.
Hanging upside down like a bat.
Yes, that's how he sleeps. Okay, let me spin around here. Wake up there, Yingling. All right, here we go.
There you go. All right, so the mini monster shout out.
Yes, oh, he's spun around here too. Okay, here we go. Ready?
And a 1, and a 2.
And slow it down a little bit. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Mini monsters, roar, roar, roar. Mini monsters, here they are. Mini monster shout outs too.
Yo.
Miss Emily.
Hello.
Miss Noel.
Hey.
Mr. Trayvon.
Hi,
Minnie.
What's going on?
We've got Araya. And Xander and Willow.
Aww.
Hey, Minis. And then there's Morgan and Julia.
Yeah.
And Adrian. Hello there.
Adrian.
And Miss Sienna from Germany.
Aw, Sienna.
And then Mr. Dario from Texas.
Dario.
Hannah Banana.
Hey, Hannah.
And then we've got Miss Penny.
All right.
Atticus and Lil Kong. We can't forget them.
Oh, we can't forget them. Lil Kong in the house.
And then Miss Violet.
Hi, Violet.
and Cassandra and Carly and Isabella, the three little ghouls.
Ooh, yeah.
And then Mackenzie and Eva.
Yes.
And birthday ghoul Adeline.
Oh, of course.
And her brother Gabriel. And Taylor and Mac.
Yeah.
Hey, Minnies. And then Charlotte. And then Mia, a.k.a. Scoob.
Hey, Scoob.
And then Adam and Peanut. And Dimitri, Lucy, and last but not least, Baby Joe.
Baby Joe. All right, Mini Monsters, there you go. Hope if you're watching tonight, you have a good time, because we're definitely going to. Goodbye there, Sticky. Woohoo!
All right, Miss Petunia, you could go and hang out there. Yep, there you go.
And now, for the big kids in the room.
Now for the big monsters that are watching. All right, and my Magic Macabre mirror got a tune-up today, so it should be working a little bit better.
It's not as wonky.
Yeah. All right, Magic Macabre mirror. Magic Macabre mirror. Tell me, who be here? I see Lois and Brian and Mark and Albert, the C-Tap, Jennifer Delaney, Sergio, John Lincoln, Karen, Tim, Neil, JV, last week's winner, Rowan.
Yeah.
I see Mark Allen, SpongeBob Hempants, Juliet, Leo, Seth, Toy Painter, Joe Trippy, Victoria, Paul, Grandpappy, J. Michael Harris, Watson Family, Paul Buser, Linda Stotzer, Jack Gray, Chris, Joe German, Cindy West, Jacan, UFO, Mo-Fei Chen, Wolfgang. Wow, 156 of you guys watching. This is awesome.
Yes.
Share it with a friend.
The sickness is spreading. It's my own form of monkeypox or whatever.
They can watch with you guys. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, we got a special guest on our set. It'll be here for a while, actually.
A special guest.
That's right. We got a new addition to this. You see the Tor Johnson mask.
Oh yeah,
given
Tor.
to us by the stellar Tony Beller.
Yes, Tor has a new place on the set, and we actually had to turn the lights down. Tor doesn't like bright light. He's kind of like a gremlin.
Yeah, it's time for go to sleep all the time for him, so bright lights he don't like.
Yeah, so Tor will forever stay there with that chalkware monkey man over there, and then build the alien.
Yeah, from Revenge of the Spacemen, the movie you were in.
Yes.
Yeah, so that Tor Johnson mask was given to us, like I said, by the stellar Tony Beller. He bestowed it upon us. He had it for 45 years.
Wow.
And it's something he got at the Rainbow Park Mall when what's the name of that mask company?
Don Post.
There we go, Don Post.
I didn't know. I thought you meant store name or something.
No,
it's a Don Post vintage mask from the 70s. Yep. Did I get that right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Sorry, girl.
No, they would set up a little shop there around Halloween, and I guess as a kid he wanted it. His uncle, I think, bought it for him, and he had it ever since. So, and now he put it in a little container there, a little plexiglass box, and said, "Here, put it on your set. I'm done with this thing." So now it's ours to cherish and.
Well, maybe Tor will stay with us another 45 years.
Yeah.
All right. So, how many farts are in this movie?
Not one. Not two, not three, not five, but four.
4 farts.
4 farts, as always. They're a little extra longer farts tonight. Yeah, they're about 18 minutes each. It's good chunks of movie. Usually the movie segments are farts are about 15 minutes. That's a long fart. But these are bonus extended farts tonight.
Okay, so these are some chonky movie bits here.
Chonky farts, yeah.
Yeah, some chonky farts. Get the extra air freshener and open a window.
These farts have lumps in them, so be careful. And I also saw in the news that Tommy Lee has his own hangout going on.
Oh, well, we're not going to talk about that kind of hangout.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was all about, DTF,
Yeah.
but who knows? Anyway.
We are down to Friday here,
right.
and we're glad that you guys are too.
Woohoo!
So let's start with Fart 1 of 1932's The Death Kiss.
Right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys Scary Hangout.
Pucker up,
Mwah.
Buttercup.
Grajcie mi wesoło, a ja se zatańczę Słuchajcie mi skrzypeczki, żeby im się nie smucił, bo ja z wojenneczki niedawno powrócił. Ho, ho! To by smutno było bez waszego grania.
How are we going to know this guy? Remember, the men in Mike's car got to see him, too.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to him. And how?
Good. You might as well make him happy. It'll be the last pair of lips that hit him.
No.
You don't think he could have gone away, do you?
Here he comes now.
She's walking around like she's all that.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Swing! Thanks, handsome. I just couldn't pass you up.
Believe it or not, I never saw her in my life before. I must have overlooked something. Already shaking, sir. Most annoying. Right under me very nose. Your nose. I'll get the car, sir.
Save him! Okay for sound, Mr. Avery. How is it for you, George? Okay. All right. If we do it again, soak number 10.
Up high, 99.
Quiet.
Do you want to move in and take a close-up at the top of the stairs? No, that was terrible. I'll make it over. Yes, sir.
We'll do it again, folks. All right. 399. Hold it.
Move that car back here.
All right, hold it.
Come on.
Hit him all. Take it easy.
Oh, Mr. Brent, when you die this time, let's have less gymnastics. And don't spin like a top when you fall.
Okay, Brian. Okay, Brian, let's go. Come on, folks. Yeah, move that one over a little. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter?
What's the matter? Stand back, everybody.
What's the matter?
Hey, Kitty, call a doctor.
Okay. Come on, give me a hand. Let's get him to his dressing room.
We won't need a doctor, George. He's dead.
Dead?
Dead.
My, people come and go so quickly here.
Round up every man that had a gun. Get the property man and find out who loaded those guns. And see that the body isn't touched. I'm going to phone the front office.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody, line up over there. All right, come on. And all you fellas that pack guns, stand over there. Hey, Bill, come on.
Keep that door closed. And see that no one leaves the stage and no one comes in.
You! My dear Mr. Little, since I read your scenario, I've come to the absolutely conclusion that your name, Mr. Little, fits you something beautiful. And furthermore, and yet besides,
I'm trying to use the phone!
Oh, yes, Mr. Avery. Just a minute. It's Mr. Avery. Tell him to finish on schedule. He's 2 days behind already. Talking to me is a wasting time. But he says it's important. That's the trouble. He's too important entirely. Hello.
Who's there?
What?
This is Liquor.
Brent.
Mm-hmm.
Shot.
No.
Dead.
Ah!
Oh, that's going to cost me a fortune. What a calamity. Quick. Call Steiner. Tell him Brent was killed, shot. What a calamity. What a calamity. I get it, Joe. Thanks. Yes?
My old friend was
right there. Miles Brent. Killed.
On general principles, not a bad idea, except that he happens to be one of our stars.
Do what you can to keep the papers off this until you hear what happened. Don't give out any story until you hear from me.
Sure, but rescue me as quickly as possible. They'll be on my neck just as soon as the police get the joyful news.
Miss Manning. Phone the brigade on the lot. And tell them not to let anyone in or out until they hear from me. Very well. Thanks.
Hey, why don't you watch where I'm going? What's the hurry, Gumshoe? Miles Brent's been shot. Well, now there's a job that should have been done years ago. Oh.
You won't have to rewrite any stuff for the death kiss now.
No. Say, Marcia was on the set with him, wasn't she?
Sure, but I don't think she did it.
What stage?
3.
Drop this stuff in my office, will you?
Or whatever.
Ta-ta.
Miles Brent, huh?
Picture actor. My wife always liked him.
I have that kind of trouble, too. Come on, let's go.
All right, fellas. Here's something hot. Miles Brent killed. Shot. Soundstage number 3, Tone Art Studio.
Sure ought to. Just a minute.
Tone Art Studio.
Operator. Operator.
Hey, that's the Evening Star phone.
You're telling me? Hey, Star, give me the journal, will you, please?
Hello. Tonart, I want Pat Hill in the publicity department. Come on, snap into it.
You know me, Connolly. I never held out on the Evening Star yet. Yeah, I know all about your deadline. Yeah, you'll get the facts. Call me back. Never mind. I'll get it. Yeah? Yes, Morris, I know, but can I help it? If he's shot in the morning, you've got to take those things as they come. Yeah, I'm going over there right away. The police ought to be here now. Yeah, call me back in 10 minutes.
Hey, come back here.
You dick!
Ambulance, Colonel.
Yeah. Detective Lieutenant Sheehan, Homicide Squad.
What up?
Who's in charge here?
I've been trying to get things straightened out for you. My name is...
Peanut butter.
Studio manager.
What happened?
Well, the company was shooting a scene during which several people fired guns at Brent.
And someone used real bullets, huh? People do get hurt that way.
That's the director's guess.
Oh, the director. Did he happen to guess who did it?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like we'll have to do some guessing on our own.
Oh, good for you. Come on, Hill, loosen up. Was it an accident or did somebody really bump him off?
I tell you, I don't know.
Then let us in on the lot so we can find out.
I can't let anyone on the lot.
Marcia Lane was with him in the picture, wasn't she?
Sure, she was doing the lead opposite him.
Marcia, oh, his ex-wife. That helps the story. Hey, what's the name of the picture?
The death kiss.
The death kiss. Gee, what a tie-up.
Pardon me. Hazoff's on the phone.
Just a minute, boys. I'll be right with you.
But wait a minute. Can't we get the angle on this thing?
Couldn't very well see what happened.
And there were 8 men with guns?
Yes.
Well, it might have been an accident, but...
Frank, you don't think it was murder?
Darling, I don't even know yet whether he was shot. Maybe he just died of old age. Maybe he never even existed at all. Now, you wait here. I'm going to have a look around.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Your gun. Yours. You break it. Nothing but blanks left in these guns. Any other guns on the set?
That's all I know of.
Yeah, right.
You see, Captain, it's strictly an accident.
Lieutenant Sheehan, what's your name?
Brad Pitts.
I'm the president of this concern.
Well, what about it?
Now look here, Sergeant. Do you realize what this cost me already, huh? You have no idea. It cost me up to now $239,351.
Yes, and it cost Brent his life.
Which also loses me money. I can't have no more Brent pictures.
Now, pardon me, Lieutenant. Mr. Grossmith means to convey that this regrettable accident need not be converted into a Roman holiday for the rabble. Now, I assure you that Mr. Grossmith feels deeply, very deeply, the tragedy of this affair. And his point is, naturally, not to throw consternation into that great and unseen army of Mr. Brent's admirers. Now, that is precisely what Mr. Grossmith means.
That's just what I was going to say. Mr. Steiner! Mr. Steiner! Pardon me. What is it? The papers are on my neck. I've got to tell them something. There's no use stalling any longer. They've got a story now about a mysterious woman.
Who is she?
They don't know themselves, but they say it makes a great story.
Tell him it was an accident.
They won't believe it.
Then make him.
You don't know those boys. They've got imagination. I don't care if they've got fallen arches. What? Tell them the Brand shooting was an unfortunate accident.
Yes. Is that satisfactory to you, Lieutenant?
Nothing satisfactory to me. I can't tell what it is because I don't know myself.
No.
Here's all you had on him. Oh. Keep that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry to gum up the works, but it wasn't an accident. It's murder.
Murder? Oi! What a calamity.
How do you know?
This is the bullet that killed him. It's a .38 caliber center fire. All the guns the extras used were .45s. And you can't fire a .38 bullet through a .45 gun. It's an old Chinese principle.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Where did you get this?
Out of the wall of the set.
Don't you know better than to meddle in police matters?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to meddle. I just wanted to help. You see, I like to dabble a bit in murder cases.
Well, you just go and dabble someplace else.
Why do you say things that you know will hurt me?
Who is he?
One of our scenario writers, Franklin Drew.
Oh, writes detective stories, I suppose.
Yes. How did you know?
They always do. Well, this makes a difference. Looks like we've got a murder on our hands. Oh, you go and get that assistant director, that brilliant young man who said there were no other guns on this set. Right. Who's Marcia Lane?
What?
It's none of your business.
You don't know who is Marcia Lane? Over $1 million we spend advertising her, and I don't know who Marcia Lane is.
Where is she?
She was on the set just a minute ago.
Well, let's have a talk with her.
Howell, ask Miss Lane to come here.
Yes, sir.
Now, Steiner and the detective want to see Miss Lane immediately. Well, hurry.
I'm fluttering, sweetheart. Bill, tell Miss Lane Steiner and Dick want to see her.
Okay, Chief. Oh, Pete. Rush Miss Lane over to Mr. Steiner and Dick. Now? No, next Tuesday, you sap. Oh, come on, get going.
Oh, all right.
I'm constantly in the state of wanting to throw up.
Pardon me, Miss Lane. Mr. Steiner and the Dick want to see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What can they want with me?
Oh, they just want to annoy you with a lot of routine questions. You see, they always question people like you first to give the guilty ones plenty of time to make up good alibis. It's part of the system. It's been going on for years.
Sit down, Miss Lane.
Thank you.
I don't wish to be unpleasant, but there are a few questions I'd like to ask you. How long have you and Brent been separated?
We were divorced last May.
Why?
Well, I don't quite see.
The divorce is a matter of record, Lieutenant. I don't think we need to go into that now.
Say, will you go up to your office and write bad little boy 500 times?
You better give up them cigarettes, buddy, or the groundhog will be bringing you your mail. Know
When
what I
did you
mean?
last quarrel with Miles Brent?
I don't remember.
Didn't you love him?
I wouldn't answer that, Marcia.
Say, just what is your interest in this case?
Personally, I don't care who killed Brent. But I would like to know how it was done. Besides that, I'm a friend of Miss Lane's.
Was it your name mentioned during the divorce proceedings?
No. Sorry to disappoint you.
What did you do with your gun, Miss Lane?
My gun?
Yes.
I didn't have a gun.
Didn't you use one in the picture?
No.
But when you fired with the other...
As a matter of fact, if Miss Lane had fired, she couldn't have hit him. She was around on the other side of the set when the shit took place.
Say, if you don't lay off, I'm going to take you downtown.
What for?
How do I know what for?
Oh, good. I was beginning to be afraid that you might say something sensible.
Ah, shut the hell up. Hey, what are you trying to do there, huh? Don't move now. I got you surrounded. Don't lie now. What'd you try to hide in there, huh?
Why, nothing.
Yeah? We'll see about that. Hold this a minute. Ah, wait a minute. No, you don't. Yeah? Oh, yeah?
This letter, all ready to mail, was found in Miles Brent's pocket.
Okay.
In this letter, he told his lawyer that Marcia Lane refused to sign a release as beneficiary of his life insurance policy. So you stand to collect $200,000.
Miss Lane's lawyer wouldn't let her sign the release. I know all about that.
Say, it's too bad you weren't the one that was shot. So that gives you a pretty nice motive, doesn't
No funny business now. Come on, keep moving now.
We are a classy bunch.
There's your man, Chief. I caught him red-handed. He was trying to ditch his gun. Look, it's loaded, too.
I tell you, I save your breath. Put the bracelets on him, Owen.
Now, ain't that astounding? Something told me to take a squint around. I sees him trying to ditch his gun, see? And I put two and two together. I says to myself...
Get that thing out of my face. What's the matter with you?
I says to myself, that's the man. I guess I used uncanny skill.
And now, Soup's on.
Super host! Hey, how you doing, Marty?
Just fine. How are you?
Oh, well, just dandy now. I still can't believe we're sitting here with the TV legend. Yeah, well, we're just kind of here, and I'll hang out with you and ask you a few questions about your life and times as superhost on WAB 43. And I think we're going to start with Janet.
So we were watching some older clips, and it looks like it was first called the Superhost Show. So when did it go from the Superhost Show to Saturday Mad Theater?
Well, it was original thing was Saturday Mad Theater, and then they changed to Superhost when I started to get some ratings.
And where did you come up with the voice for Superhost? Right? Where was that from?
That goes back to my announcing career in Detroit. I worked for WJR in Detroit, and there was a man locally by the name of Ralph Bingay, who went back to the old days of radio at CKLW in Windsor, and he had the ability to produce these voices and carry on conversations with them. It was like there's a whole group of people in there. It was just Ralph, and one of his voices was, "Hello there," and that's the voice I stole for Soup.
Do you think there's a future for horror movie hosting? I know there's a lot of local networks that don't really do that anymore, but there are online outlets. We just wanted to see what your opinion was on that.
I think there is an awful lot of interest in the genre. Look at that, the way I pronounce that, just like a regular guest. Anyway, I think there's a great future for it, again, on the internet, on the social internet, on Facebook and Instagram and blogs and all those things. I think it's great, and I hope you are very successful at it.
I think that's all the questions we have for you right now. Is there anything you want to say, final words?
Well, just good luck to you two on your chosen career, and have fun with it.
We are, because you sure made it look that way, and that's why we're doing this. Well, from the bottom of our little hearts, we want to thank you, Marty Sullivan, so much, Superhost, I should say, for granting us this interview, and we'll see you out there on the interwebs or whatever, right?
On Facebook, yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you around.
Too soon, if you ask me. Really missed that guy, but and we miss you too. So welcome back to the Mummy and the Monkeys
Harry Scary Hangout.
We're watching tonight's mega movie, The Death Kiss, starring Bela Lugosi.
From 1932, and wow, I didn't know Superhost was born in 1932.
There you go.
So that movie came out the same year Superhost was born.
That's kind of a coincidence. I didn't realize that either myself.
So that was a while ago, a little while ago.
Kind of worked out. That's what they call like kismet or synchronicity.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it.
And we didn't even plan that.
No, I actually picked that bit out right before we went on the air. So. So yeah, it kind of worked out. See how that works out the universe, right?
Yeah, it just worked out. So, all right, our next segment is our snack toys segment. We're going to learn more about the movie, and we're going to have some yummy snacks while doing it.
That's right. It's the Mummy, the Monkeys, Snack Toys! New yummy snacks!
Old movie fat!
Woohoo! All right, and what do we have on board for today's Snack Toys, Janet Decay?
All right, so I picked out, because we still have that snack pot box from Greg, our snack master general.
Yes, sir.
So I picked out some sweets from there.
Really quick, before we go forward.
Wallaby.
Before we go forward, we have that, so it doesn't go back.
Oh, J. Michael Harris, thank you for the super chat.
Trust me, if I'm intervening, it's because it's something
important.
That's
yes.
right. Now back to you.
Okay, and these candy companies don't endorse us in any way. But these are soft and chewy. This is watermelon flavored licorice.
Ooh, and I have satellite wafers. Now, wait, again.
Dane Stotzer, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, Dane, thank you. Yes, Barbara Papa's look is never done. So, what do you have? Those? Okay, they're like watermelon flavored.
They smell like bubble gum.
Oh.
It smells like bubble gum.
Wow, that's sweet. Very sweet.
Wow.
Satellite wafers. Now, I don't think I've ever had these before. I've seen them, but I've never, because to me, I thought that was styrofoam.
They look like little UFOs.
They look like little flying saucers.
Yeah, like a flying saucer.
They have they're edible. It's like a wafer with little candy beads in the middle,
So these smell like bubble gum, and they look like pink erasers, but they taste delicious.
To your health. Cheers.
Oh, I already, here.
Well, come on, improvise. There we go.
There we go. Yummy.
I don't know about this.
Alright, so this was made in 1932, literally a year after Dracula was released.
Very strange.
Those don't taste very good?
They're weird.
Do you want to try one of mine? And I'll try yours?
That's a big hunk of candy.
They're hunky candies. They're chunky.
They're good. Here.
Okay.
You know what? That's better than a Twizzler.
Yeah, they're very good.
That's good. I might buy one of those. Here. Yeah, when you're done with that, I'll take the rest of that.
Okay.
Give me that at home.
Here, why don't you just take that?
But I want you to try one of these before you do your snack toys.
Okay.
You take that. Okay. There we go.
Oh, why do they feel like styrofoam?
Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
That's what she said.
And just let your mouth do the job. Now, isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? But keep going because it's interesting. Let the saliva break it all down, right? Isn't that weird?
Oh, that is so weird.
But then the candy, right? You taste the sweet candy beads, and it's kind of neat, right? Because there's no flavor.
It tastes like styrofoam.
Well, there's no flavor to the little.
Maybe they're made out of styrofoam.
No, they're edible. This is a wafer. And I guess you eat it.
Okay,
it says
so
crack it open.
let's get into the movie.
Just kidding.
Let's get into that's edible, right?
Yes, it is. We can.
I mean, they're supposed to be edible,
If
right?
nothing else, we could use these like packing peanuts. You know, when we mail someone's prize to them. All right.
Okay, so there are 3 actors in this movie that were in the original Dracula film. Yeah, Bela Lugosi, Dracula. Everyone knows him.
Here, you're supposed to
He's
eat something
iconic.
while you're talking.
He's amazing. He plays the character Joseph Steiner.
Ah. I think it was peanut butter.
Adrian Ames, the pretty lady in all the, in the fancy floofy dress. She plays Marsha Lane.
Yes.
And she was an actress that started out in silent films.
Right.
And she was in over 30 movies throughout her film career, throughout the 1930s.
Oh.
She did leave Hollywood for radio. She was a radio show actress in New York City. And then she reviewed films for a very early television show in 1941.
Oh.
She did like little 10-minute movie reviews. But unfortunately, she passed away at age 39 from cancer.
No kidding.
She passed away in 1947. That pretty lady you saw in the scene earlier.
Young.
Yeah,
Wow.
she died really young.
I didn't know that.
David Manners, he's a Canadian-American actor. He plays John Harker. Or, I'm sorry, he played John Harker in 1931's Dracula. So he's the other Dracula actor in here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He later on played the archaeologist in the Boris Karloff movie, The Mummy.
I remember.
Another
him.
Universal film.
Yeah, the guy was prolific.
And Edward Van Sloan, he's a Universal horror actor. He was in Dracula, Frankenstein, and The Mummy. He was Van Helsing, the vampire hunter in Dracula.
The older gentleman, right?
Yes, and someone I saw recognized him in the comments.
Oh yeah, right away I recognized who that was, and then when
Everyone's like, "Hey, he looks familiar."
But the young guy who's in this movie, the one with the big the really huge mid-Atlantic, accent.
Yes.
Excuse me there, but can you tell me when you were,
Man, see, who's the one guy?
About Jimmy Cagney?
One of the investigators. He was
all
talking all funny.
those guys, they have the mid-Atlantic accent, and it's
Yes.
I don't know, no one talks that way anymore.
Yeah. So are you going to try to bring that accent back?
I'm thinking about it. See, I don't know. Probably not.
It's funny.
No, I'd rather eat more of those styrofoam candies than try to do that all night.
Oh, those are they're not.
They're good.
Like the candy part inside isn't bad.
They're weird, right? Because
yeah, I think they're made out of the same stuff that like ice cream cones are made out of.
Yes, it's like that kind
but
of
at
wafer.
first you taste foam.
But
Like
there's
it
no-
almost tastes like it's like flavorless.
It's flavorless, and then
Yeah.
as it dissolves, then the little candy beads in there, the sweetness. That's just strange. I don't know what. That could be good if you made it taste a little bit more like an ice cream cone, and then have a creamy candy inside. Not creamy, but that would taste like ice cream. I don't know.
But
Just
wow.
thinking here.
So snacks and movie facts.
Woo! They go hand in hand.
And wow, I didn't even know TV was around in 1941.
Well, now you know. See, and the more you know.
And that actress had her own TV show.
That's right.
In 1941. Wow.
So she kicked the bucket.
Yeah.
At 39.
But she lives on forever in this film.
Yes, that's true.
And we're going to watch more of The Death Kiss from 1932.
Ooh.
We're going to watch Fart 2 and some more like pre-code Art Deco goodness.
That's right. There's, again, for what this movie lacks, I don't know what that would be. It's just it's a whodunit. I mean, and it's written real tight. You'll see, and there's a lot of exposition and
a lot of acting.
A lot of acting in this, which is not bad. So at least it's entertaining because that first part went by quick.
Yeah, it does go by pretty quick.
So let me load up the second part. Got that round in the chamber, and here we go. Here we go. Part 2 of The Death Kiss.
Right here on the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout.
Get your snacks. We'll be right back.
38 caliber and loaded. It's the gun, all right.
Who is this fellow?
Name's he was an extra on the set.
Why did you kill Brant?
Oh, I never killed nobody.
You can't alibi yourself out of this. That's the only 38 gun on the place. You killed him. Why?
I'll tell you I didn't. Now, you gotta listen
up.
to me.
Excuse me while I whip
You'll have
this
plenty
out.
of time to talk later on. Do you know this man?
No. Why, yes. Everyone on the lot knows him. He was head electrician here for years.
How much did you pay him to kill Brant?
Now, wait a minute, Lieutenant. Why not pin the murder on the murderer? That's not against the rules.
What are you talking about?
Chalmers didn't kill Brent.
Well, how do you know?
This gun hasn't been fired.
You know everything because you're a man, and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
How did this gun come to be loaded?
I loaded it for Brent, but I lost my nerve.
So you had planned to kill Brent, huh?
Yes, I wanted to kill him. I had every reason in the world to kill him.
But he made no attempt, so you can't arrest him. Not unless you want to make a fool of yourself.
You know, I'm beginning to think you're giving us the razz.
Prove it. You're a detective.
Take them off, Hilliker. And maybe we'll put them on him.
Well, we seem to be right back where we started.
Yes, perhaps you have some very valuable suggestions.
Yes, I have.
What?
The cameras were photographing when Brent was killed. There might be something very interesting on the film. It wouldn't hurt to look.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. How soon can we see the stuff?
Excuse me?
We could get the print in, say, 3 or 4 hours.
Well, will you get them going?
Well, certainly. Come, Mr. Smith.
Now, come along with me, you ludicrous lump. There's much to be done.
You take the name and address of every person on this set and warn them all about trying to leave town.
Right.
In any of your books, does the detective ever sock the novelist on the nose?
No.
Write it in sometime. Seems to me like a good idea.
Oh, yeah, you should be so lucky.
Bill, George?
Marcia,
Oh, Frank. It won't be very pleasant to see it all over again.
but it may help us a lot. Watch carefully.
Is everybody here? I think so, Mr. Grossman.
Mr. Steiner's in a projection booth. He'll be right in.
All right.
Here he is now.
You ready, Mr. Grossmith?
Yes.
Mr. Grossmith's ready.
Quiet, please. Quiet.
All right, turn him over. Rolling. Mark it. Action.
Get your counter. It'll be right here.
Want to dance? Or would you rather just suck face?
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thanks, handsome. I just couldn't pass you up.
Believe it or not, I've never seen her in my life before. I must have been overlooking something. Oh, bloody shame, sir. Most annoying. Right under my very nose. Your nose? Oh, I'll get the car, sir.
Lights! Lights! Turn on those lights!
I wonder what that was. Wait, did you see that?
Hey, what happened?
He's not hurt badly, but he must have received a sharp blow.
Yeah, it looks like it was done with a blunt instrument. You know, I had an uncle once was knocked out the same way, only he got hit with a shovel.
Whoever rocked your cradle overdid it. A rouge-tip cigarette butt started it off. Can you tell me, is that studio makeup?
Hard to say. Perhaps Whittle, our makeup man, could tell you.
Thanks. How did it happen?
I swear I don't know. I was leaning over the machine, checking the focus. I thought the building came down on me. How about another print?
Yes, and we'll take care of it this time. There was something on it. And whoever touched it off didn't want it to be seen.
We can have the laboratory run one off right away.
Could we, Mr. Goldsmith?
Why, yes, there's no reason why we couldn't.
Will you come with me?
Oh, well, here it goes. I have another angle. Where'll I find this makeup man?
Makeup department? Clear around the other end of the lot, just the end of S Street.
Sounds like a sleeper job. Thanks.
It's a special panchromatic rouge of my own make. Only 2 people on the lot are in the habit of using it.
Who are they?
Miss Collins and Miss Lane.
Who's Miss Collins?
She's one of our players.
Is she in this picture you're photographing?
No, I believe she's working in the Night Riders. They're out on location.
And the only other person on the lot that uses this rouge is Marcia Lane?
As far as I know.
I see. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, wait a minute. You have quite a stock of this rouge on hand, haven't you?
A few tubes of it?
Just as I thought. Anybody could get at it.
Not very well. All the makeup that is not in use is kept in the cabinets.
And the cabinets are locked?
Yes. Excuse me. Hello. Just a minute. It's for you.
Hello.
Who's talking to me?
Yes, Hilliker.
Is this a white guy?
How?
This sounds like a white guy.
All right. You stick around there and see what you can find out. Tell Steiner I'll see you at his office. The negative of that last scene has been ruined. Someone poured acid in the container.
This thing gets more muddled every minute.
You telling me? How do I get to Steiner's office?
I'll show you.
Thanks. And you're not going with me.
Right at the head of the street.
Thanks. You ought to have a map of this place.
Oh, Lieutenant. Of course you know that anybody could have taken the rouge from Miss Lane's dressing room.
Sure. A very interesting detail.
Oh, white guy.
What do you make of it, Drew?
Got me. It's more of a mystery than anything I ever wrote.
What I can't understand is why anyone should want to murder Brent. Now, if it were a supervisor...
I don't see why anybody wants to murder anybody. It's a silly idea.
You said it, Buster.
You're going to try and solve it?
Yes, why not? It'd be fun. Besides...
Marcia?
Yes. Oh, say, Tom, if you see her, don't say anything about that cigarette business. It'll only upset her.
No. Of course not. If I can help you, let me know.
Thanks. Has anything been moved on the set?
No. Police instructions were to leave everything undisturbed.
Well, I'm going to have another look around. I want to find out just how he was murdered and with what gun.
Yeah, I got an idea how Brent was killed. You want to hear it?
Oh, some other time. Better go home and sleep it off, Chalmers.
No, that's what you think. Chalmers don't know anything, huh? Well, listen. I've been on the set and I've been seeing things.
Yeah, snakes and pink elephants, I'll bet.
All right. Be smart, huh? Be smart. Now, listen, you're going to come to me later.
Oh, I'll see you in the morning. Go on home.
The old boy evidently cashed his paycheck and drank it.
Yeah. Want to have a look around with me?
No, I'm not much of a detective. Besides, Mrs. Avery's waiting for me.
All right.
Good luck.
Adios, amigos.
Open sesame.
Go find Sheehan. He's someplace on the lot. Bring him here. Mr. Drew. Mr. Drew, what happened? What happened? Here.
Ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew. Hey!
Well, ain't it? I made it myself.
Who's in there?
It's all right, Sheehan.
What's going on now?
Plenty. I found the gun that killed Brent.
Where?
Right here in this lamp. Why, it's gone.
No! So it seems. Probably got tired sitting there and decided to take a walk.
No, I'm not kidding. I came down on the set to have a look around. Just by accident, I noticed this smudge on the lamp here. So I looked inside. Found a small derringer fastened there, attached to an electromagnet. There's the wire it was connected to. And I got a bump on the head that knocked me out.
Well, this proves one thing. Whoever killed Brent knew a whole lot about electricity.
You.
Who has charge of these lamps?
Head gaffer.
Well, what's that in English?
The chief electrician.
Who is he?
Al Payne.
Where can I find him?
Here, Tom will take you over.
Come here, kid. Let me take a look at that head. Now, that's all right. Now, listen. You stop monkeying around with police matters. It's a tough racket. That head of yours won't stand another wallop. Come on, let's get going.
Mr. Drew, I've been thinking.
No.
Yeah, the first thing I ask myself when I investigate the murder is, who done it?
Well, that sounds logical.
And the next thing I ask myself is, who could do it?
And then?
And then I ask myself again, who wanted to do it?
Yeah, this is so stupid.
How do you answer yourself?
Well, I ain't come to that yet. You take Chalmers, for instance. He didn't like Brent.
Well, why should he be an exception?
He didn't like Brent, and the account of Brent had him fired.
When was this?
A couple months ago, when Chalmers was head gaffer, they had an argument.
Head gaffer? Yes, Chalmers is an electrician, isn't he?
Yeah, Chalmers had a couple of drinks, and him and Brent had an argument.
Say, Gully, you are a first-class gumshoe.
Oh, that's the first time I heard that.
Investigator.
All right, investigator. Right now, will you run up to the casting office and investigate and find out where Chalmers lives?
Sure. What are you going to do? Apprehend him?
Maybe. You want to come along?
Oh, boy, I'll say.
Got a gun?
Yeah. Oh. Got my gun, my badge, and my
well,
bracelet.
You won't need those. Come on, let's get going.
Let's go to KFC. I'll drive.
You bet. It hasn't anything to do with it. The cameraman really sets the lights.
You mean he tells you where to put the lights?
Yeah.
When was this set lit?
The afternoon before. They rehearsed the scene with the principals so they wouldn't hold the company up when they called the extras.
Do you remember anything particular about that one light?
To be truthful with you, we had a lot of arguments on that set. Mr. Steiner didn't like the photography and he wanted more light.
Steiner? Was he there when it was rehearsed?
Yes.
Who else?
Julia Roberts.
Well, they're all there, with the exception of the extra people.
There were no extras there, huh?
No, only Chalmers. You know, he's a sort of a privileged character around this lot. He used to be our head gaffer.
Chalmers used to be an electrician?
Yes. Miss Lane felt sorry for him and made Mr. Avery give him a bit in her picture.
Oh, Miss Lane got him the job.
Yeah.
Could you give me the address of the cameraman and Chalmers?
Sure.
And by the way, if a writer by the name of Drew asks you anything, don't answer him.
Drew? Say, do you think he did it?
Well, you can't keep me from hoping.
This is it.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Look, Chalmers is in trouble again.
Do you wish to see Mr. Chalmers?
Yes, is he in, Mrs.
Miss Potts. And I don't know anything at all about his comings and goings. Doesn't he answer the bell?
No, he doesn't.
I was just going in. Cleaning day today, you know. I suppose he's lying stiff and the place all cluttered up with gin bottles.
Let's go in and have a look around, Captain.
As tenants, guests I mean though, he wasn't so bad until he lost his job. Then he started acting queer like.
See? I told you.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Come on in.
Said, Mr. Chalmers, my bungalow court isn't an alcoholic ward. As I thought, drunk again. Well, this is the end. This is no Keeley cure. Out he goes. I'm sick and tired of his carryings on.
Well, I had a long night.
The fellow's dead.
Dead? Well, he didn't think of me. No, not him. I suppose my 2850 back wind has gone up the flue.
Did I have Chalmers spotted? All I did was ask myself, who done it?
Poison, all right. Familiar smelling stuff, too.
Boy, that guy would drink anything that wasn't too thick to chew.
Blah, 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 blah. Yours truly, some bozo.
Well, I guess this about washes up the case, eh, Mr. Drew?
Looks like suicide to you, eh, Gully?
Sure.
I guess Sheehan would think so, too.
He may be dumb, but he ain't blind.
He's not as dumb as he looks. You wear a wristwatch, Gully?
Huh?
You wear a watch on your wrist?
Well, you see, it's a present from the wife.
That's nice.
I gotta wear it.
Why do you wear it on your left wrist?
Well, I use my right hand the most, because I'm right-handed.
You ever try to write with it on your right wrist?
No.
Neither did Chalmers. Which makes this note a very interesting piece of fiction.
I mean, this is about as interesting as listening to a John Tesh album.
Say, Gully.
You!
Come here. Take a look in here. Now, what do you see?
Bottle of gin and a piece of ice.
What else? Use your powers of observation.
Oh, you mean that piece of wilted lettuce in there?
Don't you notice that little service door in the back has been left open?
Whatever. The iceman probably left it that way. My wife says you can't trust those icemen anyway.
If the iceman had left that little door open when he put in the fresh cake, there wouldn't be any ice there now.
Oh, I never thought of that.
You're a dipstick.
Let's have a look outside.
Stasha, girl. Oh, you fell for the old works class mail bit.
Works class mail, wow.
Welcome back, y'all, to the
Mum-
Mummy and the Monkeys Very Scary Hangout.
What group said?
Yeah. And you're watching tonight's movie, The Death Kiss. Nothing a little Listerine couldn't help.
Yeah. Maybe you'd have death breath if you weren't brushing your teeth.
Ooh, like that.
Oof. Yeah, like your burps,
Pizza
Grim. That's death breath right
and
there.
Pizza and wings coming back up.
Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, again, this movie is not that bad. One of the better ones we've shown. It's a fun, bona fide whodunit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it actually goes by pretty quickly.
It
keeps you wanting to watch because you're like, okay, well, what do they find out?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, some of the characters are all right, so.
Now, yeah, you got to remember this came out in 1932, so, I mean, it was relatively new into the genre, you know, to the whodunit genre.
And talkie movies were still new then. You know, they were coming out of silent film just a few years before this.
You know, a recent movie that did this well was Knives Out. That came out a few years ago.
Oh, that was an excellent movie.
Yeah, there was a little wonky part towards the end that I thought was a little weird, but but ultimately it was overall it was a great movie.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Maureen Campbell, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. She has a little super sticker there. Looks like a little Pokemon dancing around.
That's right.
And Sergio, thank you for the $4.99 super chat.
I put my Barbara Papa down too soon.
Happy Friday from Baby the Dad and Lobo the Dog.
Yeah,
Aww.
Happy Friday, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so what's on the deck now? We're going to talk about the things, you know.
Yeah,
we're doing Mummy-Monkey related
promos,
stuff.
some events and things like that. So if you wanted to
cue those up now.
Yeah, get that queued up.
Let's see what we got here. Hey!
All right, so this Sunday night, we've got at 6 p.m. our Living the Scream podcast every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go behind the scenes and chat about eBay and scavenging, thrifting, finding cool things, and we talk about updates with behind the scenes with our show.
And that's live, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on our YouTube channel.
With a chat, yep.
Yep, so it's like hanging out with the Mummy and the Monkey, but we're alter egos.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what else we got up here? Oh.
The Mummy and the Hairy Scary Hangover.
Yeah,
so after we wrap up tonight's show, we have a hangover chat, and we're going to talk about some more Halloween news.
Ooh.
Some Halloween news you can use, and some Halloween fun. Even though it's not Halloween yet, we're thinking about it.
That's right, and with the Mummy and the Monkey, every day is Halloween, and you could be the best dressed out there. Actually, we had a friend of ours, we had lunch with a friend who said he saw, he and his wife went out to a restaurant, and one of the kids working at the restaurant was wearing one of our t-shirts.
That's awesome.
So that made us feel real special. And if you want to score your own merch, you can check out our Teespring store, baby.
Yes, we've got tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies, and so much more. It's all there on the Teespring store, different sizes and colors to choose from. You can use coupon code CW22. CW22 is the coupon code that gives you 15% off anything you order on our Teespring store.
That is right, yes. All right, now you're informed. You know where to go to get your Hot Mummy and the Monkey merch if you so choose to help support the channel.
Oh, yeah.
And buy a meatball sub every now and then.
There you go. And Chris, thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Oh, yes. Let me get my Barbara Papa in my hands.
And Leo Smith, thank you also. He says, hi, Janet and Grim. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Leo.
And Juliet says, it's Halloween all year long for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're like that, too. And you know what? It's coming up in
Perfect segue.
In a few months, and it's on our minds. So, yeah, we're going to talk more about it for the Hairy Scary Hangover.
Yes. We'll be talking about all things Halloween coming up there. Pumpkin Spice. That's right. So anyway, wow, I'm loving this movie. Actually, it was putting the drops in was a little more challenging because it is written so well.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I do like a yes or no, to answer a question, because a lot of these movies we show, the people never answer questions, but I don't want to double no or double yes or
yeah, and this one they speak a little more quick with each other.
And there's a lot of banter, so.
A lot of, back and forth.
I got the crowbar out and I tried to wedge as much stuff. And there's some, there is a Saxon search, and it isn't, I'll just let you know, it is in this segment, in this part, so.
Awesome. And then we still have our prize giveaway.
Prize giveaway. Prize giveaway.
So, one lucky winner at the end of the night is going to get a Mummy and the Monkey magnet for your refrigerator, your locker door,
wherever else you can hear.
Wherever you can stick a magnet.
That's right.
And then there's stickers.
I got a couple suggestions.
Wherever you can stick a sticker. That's right. One lucky winner at the end of the night will get a magnet and some stickers. And all you have to do to have a chance at winning is to chat amongst yourselves and, chat in the YouTube chat room there. We also want to thank our public media network viewers out there. And if they want to join us on the YouTube chat, they're more than welcome to. I'm writing down names and I'm putting them in my mummy bucket. At the end of the night, we're going to pick one lucky winner.
That's right. I'm happy Tommy Lee is not in the chat tonight because if he won, he'd need a lot more stickers than that.
Yeah, we could, cover up certain places with stickers.
You need way more stickers than that in one. All right.
On that note.
Just saying, not that I know.
Let's continue on with part 3 of 1932's The Death Kiss.
Part 3 for you and me. Here we go. Woo-hee-hee. So.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
Oh, someone must have stood here a long time.
Them are fresh prints, ain't they?
Step up there a minute. Look out for those tracks.
Now what?
Look through the window.
Hello?
You see Chalmers sitting there?
Yeah, the door's open.
Supposing someone stood here and doctored Chalmers' gin through the icebox from this side. And then stood here and watched him drink his last drink through the window, what would you say?
And then watched him die. Went in and wrote the note and put the pencil in his hand, huh?
Yeah, only there's where he made his mistake. Put the pencil in the wrong hand.
That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah, right.
Golly. You know, if a car was parked here, it would entirely conceal that door and that window.
Yeah? Then Chalmers didn't kill himself, huh?
Let's leave that to Sheehan. If I'm any good as a guesser, he ought to be here by now.
Stuffed over on the table.
Yeah, huh? Don't let Sheehan know what we found out.
I got you.
The captain got here 15 minutes ago.
Captain? What are you and that Keystone cop doing here? Now, looky here, Shane, you can't talk that way about me. Remember, I'm chief of the studio police, and I got rights. Nature and the law.
Here's another opportunity for your skill, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for you.
Everybody around here seems to know more about police matters than the police.
That's noble of you to admit it.
Did you two nuisances touch anything around here?
Nothing important.
Good. Then clear out. And take that uniform moron with you. Come on.
Pardon my French, but you're a hole.
Suicide, huh? Looks like it.
Well, I always thought it was Chalmers right from the start.
Now who's the Keystone cop? He don't even know Chalmers was left-handed.
Left-handed?
Sure. That starts it all over again. I can remember when murders were nice, clean, simple things done with machine guns and meat axes.
What kind of a person are you?
This case?
What seems to be the trouble?
Battery's dead.
But didn't Miss Lane get a new battery just last week?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's bone dry. Liquid's all gone.
Really?
We were right. Poison. Electrolytic liquid, sulfuric acid base, grain alcohol, 38%, distilled water, 33%, electrolytic liquid, 27% by volume. The man said a teaspoonful in a glass of water will kill a man dead. Oh, really?
Electrolytic acid. Did you say anything else?
No, that was all. Hey, ain't them the same kind of trick that left the marks under Chalmers' window?
Oh, there's probably 1,000 cars in Hollywood that have that make-up tire.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Say, Gully, I want you to get me the key to Brent's dressing room, but don't let anybody know it's for me, see?
Say, I'll get you the key to the city if you want it.
No, I have a couple of things to do. I'll meet you here in half an hour.
Okay.
You better not be using my hair crimper on your bad place again.
Just a minute.
Why all alone?
None of your business. I was just going through some old letters and didn't want to be disturbed.
Oh, see?
Where have you been? I've been waiting all afternoon for you.
Oh, I've just been doing a little sleuthing. Marcia, you trust me, don't you?
No. Why, yes, of course.
You know I'd do anything in the world for you, don't you?
I believe you would, dear.
Then, is there anything you know about the murder of Brent that you haven't told me?
No.
That is such a lie.
I've just come from Chalmers' place. He's dead.
Chalmers?
Poisoned.
You mean murdered?
If it isn't that, it's a good imitation of it.
Oh, how awful.
Whoever did it used electrolytic acid. Acid out of a battery. The unfortunate part of the whole thing is that they used your car and the acid out of your battery.
My car?
That's outrageous.
That's why my car wouldn't start.
Yes. I only told you this because I'm afraid Sheehan will find out and arrest you on suspicion. That would mean headlines and scandal.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get out of here. Any place, just so Sheehan can't find you.
But that's running away.
But only for a day or two, just to give me time.
I'll go to Mary's at Malibu. She'll help me.
Oh, that's swell. Make it fast, will you? There's no knowing how close Sheehan's behind me. I'll telephone you when I get it all worked out. You may have a long beard by then, but I'll try and hurry. Bye-bye, sweet.
Come in.
You got on my drawers?
Leon.
Well, you're surprised that I'm here, huh?
Frankly, yes.
You haven't come to see me since Brent's accident?
I should think you'd know why.
I don't. I only know that I want to help you.
I have all the help I need.
Marcia, you mustn't treat me like this. I never said anything to you while Brent was alive. But you should know how I feel.
You succeeded in making your feelings quite plain enough.
Marcia, I'm very fond of you.
Back off, Jack!
It's not the kind of fondness I care about. Please go now, Leon. I'm in rather a hurry.
You know, every time I go to kiss your face, you really run. You be like,
Marcia, maybe someday you will come to me and ask for help. Maybe you will apologize to me for laughing about how I feel for you. Perhaps Brent wasn't killed for nothing.
Well, for my money, he's got all the facial characteristics of a criminal. You know, the narrow chin and the eyes close together and slack jaw with a prominent overbite.
No matter how smart they are, they always slip up.
What's your name? Pardon me. Hello? Yes, sir, I will. Well, wait a minute. Here she is now.
Wah-wah-wee-wah!
Miss Lane, Mr. Steiner would like to see you in his office.
Thank you.
I don't like what I've become.
What's your name?
Mr. Wheatcroft.
Mr. Todd, please. Mr. Wheatcroft calling to see you. All right, thank you.
Pull down that blind.
Sexy time.
Did you see Brent when he came in?
I see everybody.
What kind of a suit did he have on?
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
There it is.
Funny she and Miss looking in here. You've been keeping them too busy. See what those letters are.
Here's one from a dame named Agnes.
Agnes who?
She ain't that dumb. She don't say much. Except that she can't live without him. Married, too. Says her husband don't understand her. Well, that's that old story. 2 men and a woman. The internal triangle.
What kind of a place is the Cliffside Inn?
Oh, you know, one of those weekend places with all the Mr. Smiths and Mr. Jones and Mr. Browns.
How far is Ocean View from here? Why? I'm beginning to think there's a woman in the case.
No. Mr. Drew, this case is becoming complicated. Even for me.
Come on.
Gee, it's 4:30. I gotta check in on my next shift. Listen, don't go away without me, will you?
All right, Gully. I'll pick you up the gate when I go out.
Boy, oh boy.
Mr. Drew, I've been looking for you. Miss Lane wants to see you. She's in Mr. Steiner's office.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Go right in, Mr. Drew.
When did you find out your car wouldn't start?
About an hour ago.
Well, with all your dabbling, you didn't throw us off.
You've thrown yourself off if you think Miss Lane had anything to do with Chalmers or Brent either.
All right, all right. Just sit down there. And keep quiet.
I'll do that.
Where did you go this afternoon?
I went downtown.
In your car?
Yes,
Where did you park it?
on the street, in front of Ellsmith's flower shop. I ordered some flowers for Miles, Mr. Brent's funeral.
Then where did you go? You went to Chalmers' house, didn't you?
Wait a minute. I won't stand for this. You can't trick Miss Lane into answers. And have little boy Blue over there take him down.
Now keep quiet, Drew. You're trying to get at the bottom of this.
Oh, no, you're not. Sheehan's trying to force Miss Lane into admissions of things she's never done.
She might as well talk here as downtown. I've got a warrant for her.
For what?
Suspicion of murder.
What's your theory?
It's as simple as ABC.
Yes, it would be if you thought of it.
How dare you?
Chalmers killed Brent because he hated him and she offered him money. Then she got frightened and killed Chalmers, thinking that he would get drunk and give it away. Every piece of evidence we've got points to her. It was her cigarette that blew up the film, her car that made the tracks outside of Chalmers' house, and acid from her battery that killed him.
Oh, that's a lot of bunk. I know, you've got to make an arrest. It's okay with you. Tina, you can't sit there and let them arrest Marcia. Well, she has nothing more to do with these murders than Lincoln had to do with the burning of Rome.
Mr. Drew, we don't know whether Lincoln burned Rome or not.
Confuse me?
And we don't care. But this man is a policeman, so let us hear what he has to say.
If you're not paying you to quarrel with the police.
Oh, I don't care if you pay me a dime. Sheehan, if you arrest Miss Lane now, there'll be a lot of nasty newspaper headlines. Hold off for 24 hours and I'll be responsible. Better than that. In 24 hours, I'll prove that she's innocent.
You're making yourself ridiculous.
I'm trying to protect one of your stars.
Wait a minute, Steiner. Maybe he's right. What about this scandal? What about her box of his name? Ain't they got enough trouble here already without having Marcia arrested?
Now, Mr. Grossmith, if you want to accept the responsibility, you can. But remember, this is a murder case. 2 people are dead. And how do you know someone else won't be killed? For my part, I believe that the police should not be interfered with.
Well, all I gotta say is that it's a terrible calamity.
Let's go, Hilliker. I guess the explosion's over.
Someone in this studio killed Miles Brent and Chalmers. And he's trying to pin it on Marcia Lane. But they won't get away with it.
Come on, Miss Lane.
Thank God it's Friday!
Marcia, honey, I'm sorry. I'll get you out of this just as soon as I can.
I know you will, Frank. I'm not worried, really.
Come on.
I expect electric. I read all about it here. I extra. Watch you later, cue the studio winner. I extra. Thanks. I baby. Read all about it. Watch you later, cue the studio winner here. I baby. I read all about it. I get it, but you like me here.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Big girl.
Why don't you take a picture of the last slugger?
How do you do, sir? How do you do? I'm from the publicity office of the Tone Art Studios. Yes? I'd like to see a list of the people who sent flowers to the Brent funeral. Oh, I think I have a list. Thanks. Terrible thing, the Brent murder, wasn't it? I hear they arrested Marcia Lane. Yes, I guess she'll be one who won't send flowers. Oh, yes, she will. She was in here early this afternoon and ordered a big wreath. Oh, is that so? They are. Mostly women. Surprising so many of them gave their names. Oh, some of them didn't. There was a lady near just now who signed a check, then thought better of it and tore it up. Didn't want the husband to see the canceled check. Perhaps. Oh, pardon me. Yes, madame?
Any gardenias?
Oh, certainly.
Hey!
Hello, stay tuned for more from the MummyAndMonkey.
So, you want to raise a giant leech. Do you have a giant leech? Congratulations! You are now the proud parents of a juvenile giant leech. Now let's feed Junior. Say, where is the little guy? Uh-oh, a leech's primary diet is blood. Better pry that bugger off quick, or the monkeys are gonna butt for sure. Ah, blood in a bottle. That's more like it. Did you know that a leech can ingest up to 10 times its body weight of the red, warm, sticky stuff? Good. It's a beautiful day for a stroll with baby in tow. Ah, the fresh air is nourishing. But remember, nothing will ever replace a leech's insatiable lust for blood. The big day is finally here. You've managed to rear a parasite into adulthood. A giant leech now is he. Sadly now it's time to send him off to become a productive member of modern society. Or in this case, society productive to him.
Hello! Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the show that never ends.
You're watching tonight's movie.
The Death Kiss from
Yeah.
1932, and we just finished up Fart 3.
That's right, only one more fart to go.
Right? Fart 3, the movie?
Yeah, you got to stick around to see the exciting climax, to see who done it.
Yeah, to see what happened, what's going on, how they did it, all that stuff.
A lot of suspects. Gotta figure it out. So
looking very sus.
That's right. So now what's next?
So this is we did get a what do you do?
That's right.
Picture sent to us.
Right. We did.
So we can share that.
Okay, we'll do our what do you do, and then it starts out with the intro that you know and love so much.
With the theme song.
The theme song. So,
yeah.
Okay. Let's go into what do you do?
What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Do you watch on your PC? Do you watch on your phone, in a group or alone? Send us pics and let us see. What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Does your hairy, scary show? Do you watch with your dog, or you sleep like a log? Send us pics and let us know, yeah.
All right, our one and only 2 photos were sent by our buddy Albert. Sent us his what do you do photos, and he also sent us a super chat. So
thank you, Albert.
That Barbara Pop is for you, and this is something I envy a lot. Albert likes to go to his favorite campground on the weekends and spend nights watching TV or watching us. Apparently, he's watching the countdown.
So he's watching the Harry Scary Hangout from a campfire.
Ooh, I love it.
On his computer. That's awesome.
I can almost smell it.
Oh yeah, he's always out there camping. So he's probably camping right now while watching this.
He just may. And here's another shot of the blaze he's got going there. Good times, Albert. Hopefully one day we'll be able to hang out with you in front of a campfire. That'd be fun.
Ooh, John says it looks like a face over the campfire.
Ooh, which one? The first photo?
Maybe the second one?
Oh, I see. Ooh, cool.
Oh, maybe in the smoke there.
So Albert's got company. I hope if he does, they're friendly.
That's really cool.
That's right. And if you would like to email us some photos of what you do when you watch our show or how you watch our show.
You can send it to themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com for consideration. We'll review them. And many of them we do air on our shows here. People send in fan art. They send in pictures of how they watch the show, so they watch while camping and things like that.
All kinds of things, outside, inside, cool arrangements around their television sets or even computer monitors, wherever they watch The Mummy and the Monkey. You can just go ahead and go crazy and send us those photos, and we'd like to feature them on the show.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
So thank you to anyone who's contributed, and thanks, Albert.
So there's that, and let's see what else we got. Oh, that's it for this part, and then after this we do our TV show Time Travel.
Cool.
But you have to sit through Fart 4, the final fart of the Death Kiss.
Yes, so we've got one final chunk, one final fart to go through.
Let me tell you.
And then we'll finally figure out, who's been doing all this murdering.
That's right. It's actually an action-packed ending, so don't miss it. And let's just get right to it, and then we can hang out a little bit after that, and we're going to do the Harry Scary Hangover.
I think Marcia did it.
Marcia.
Who do you think did it?
Marcia. I
think Marcia did it.
It's either the butler or Marcia, or I don't know.
Everyone was blaming the butler earlier.
And maybe
Does this movie even have a butler?
I don't know. Alec Baldwin's name came up too, but
I don't think he's in this movie.
What, too soon? I don't know.
Did John Saxon do it?
No. Well, it depends what you're talking about. What did he do? Does he do it for you?
I'm sure he does it for a lot of people. All right, well, let's find out.
All right.
And then, we've got the prize giveaway and the TV Showtime Travel, so there's still some show left, guys.
So much show to go.
Oh, yeah, we're still having fun here.
Making most of this Friday night. Okay, so here we go. The fart 4, the final fart of tonight's movie, The Death Kiss. And we'll be back right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys, Harry Scary Hangout.
Fart 4 on the floor. Oops.
Hi, ho, and welcome back.
Oh, good evening. Evening. Alone?
Yes, I'm not stopping.
Oh.
I have a key here. A friend of mine carried away with him.
Oh, thank you.
My name's Drew. I'm from the Tone Art Studios. I'd like to keep this thing quiet.
Keep what quiet?
Brent's visit here the night before he was murdered. You see, if the papers get hold of a story like this, they play it up, and it's bad for the picture business.
Well, it doesn't do us any good either.
All right, let's get together.
Excuse me? Sure, what do you want?
Who was the woman with Brent?
Mrs. Brent?
There is no Mrs. Brent. They were divorced.
Well, then I don't know who she is. You see, I wasn't here when they checked in, and they left in such a hurry I didn't see them go out.
In a hurry? Why?
Well, a fellow came in here and started a row, and then he waited in that telephone booth over there, and when they came down, he stepped out. At least that's what Charlie says.
Who's Charlie?
One of the night bellhops.
Could I see him?
Sure. Oh, Charlie. This gentleman wants to ask you a few questions.
Shoot. Say, do you remember seeing the man who waited for Miles Brent in the telephone booth the other night?
I just got a glimpse of him before the fight.
What fight?
Well, when Brent hit him in the patio.
Oh, how did it happen?
Well, the lady ran out to the car when she saw the guy come out of the booth. Then the guy steps up to Mr. Brent and says, "Brent, I want to see you." I thought it sounded kind of silly because he was seeing him right there.
Well, then what happened?
Well, Brent takes the guy outside in the patio. That's when he socked him.
Well, then did Brent get into his car?
Yeah, and the other guy picked himself up. Boy, was he mad. And was his face red.
What did he say?
What didn't he say? It was awful. And then he beats it.
What? Would you remember this man if you saw him again?
Well, I might. And then again, I might not. It all happened so fast.
Would you remember the lady?
Sure. Say, she was a honey. Only she talked kind of funny. You know, like she was a foreigner or something.
With an accent?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine, Charlie. You've been a big help to me. Here.
Thanks.
Good night, and thanks.
Good night. Say, are you a detective?
No, I'm just from the studio.
Will there be detectives here?
I hope not.
Call for Mr. Wallace. Calling Mr. Wallace.
Which booth did that fellow hide in?
There.
How long has it been out of order?
Just since the guy hid in there. I guess he kept pounding on the hook trying to get Brent's room.
Shelf. That's all you can think of is shelf. Already this picture cost me $239,351. Where did I put my money in the bank? Can I get any interest from my shelf?
Take a chill pill.
I'm not asking you to lose anything. But how can we finish the picture without Brent?
I've told you 17 times that we can use a double.
And play the whole kissing scene in a long shot?
Why not?
Because it's all wrong. It's terrible. I've got my reputation to think of.
And I got my money to think of.
Money. What's money?
What's this world coming to, you know what I mean?
Now, just a minute. Now, let's take it calmly. New York office is of the opinion that the murder of Brent won't hurt the picture if we can release it soon enough. Now, why not shoot that scene using a double and wind it up? It's the last scene in the picture. It can't possibly do you any harm.
Exactly. Steiner has got right.
Oh, all right. What's the use of arguing?
Good. We can get the company together and shoot it tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Marcia?
Oh, we can arrange with Sheehan to use her for that one scene. Yeah? She can come over with the whole police department if he likes. Everybody's on call and everything on the set is standing. We can shoot it in half an hour. Dad, hold on a minute. What time?
7:30.
Say 9:30.
Make it 9 o'clock. We'll save a half hour.
Well, thank you, sir.
Dad, we're going to shoot the last scene of the death kiss tonight. Round up the company for a 9 o'clock call.
Sure, Mr. Steiner. Mac, we're retaking the death kiss. Get busy on the call.
Okay. You've got Brent's double on call, haven't you?
Yes, I'll have him all right. But say, what about Miss Lane?
I take care of her.
Silk on that 36.
Hey, Mac, will you put that light over in there? Look. Screen 80, will you?
Screen 80, Joe.
Look, screen 80. Say 27 and 42.
George, I'll check with Mike on my camera.
How about those up in there? I think everything is all right.
Good evening.
You know Mrs. Avery?
Oh, yes, of course. How are you? I'm surprised you've come to see this retake.
Put it down to morbid curiosity. That's the woman of it. She insisted on coming.
Now, come along with me. I'll make you comfortable. He's very good with the ladies.
Let's go to where people are the most cruel and awful.
Two girls in the back, on the left. Back of your place. Watch out. Put a scrim on it.
Shoot the whole scene over?
Kill those two over there, 16 and 12, yeah.
Hey, we're going to take the whole scene over again.
All right.
Huh? How much are these?
We have 42 trucks here.
Gulliver, do you know where Mr. Drew is?
He went away and left me after him promising he wouldn't.
Well, do you know where he went?
Hell no. I got an idea, but I can't tell.
Well, do you know when he'll be back?
I don't know.
He'll turn up. You can't lose that guy.
We're ready for a rehearsal, Miss Lane.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead. We'll wait here.
Thank you.
And just as you reach here, Miss Lane steps up and kisses you. Now, naturally, you're surprised because you don't know her. Then you turn, read your line to the doorman, and walk out to the curb.
Right.
Oh, Marsh, I'm so sorry about everything. I know it's going to be difficult for you, but I'll try and help you all I can.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, you know Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
How's it going?
Shall we try it once? Oh, George, let's have quiet, please.
Quiet. Rehearsal. Take your places, please.
Come on. Sound ready for rehearsal? Okay. Hammer.
This business gives me a funny feeling.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it just gives me a funny feeling, that's all. Supposing it should happen somebody else is shot.
It's ridiculous.
Well, maybe it is and maybe it ain't. Anyway, I don't like the set and I don't like the title of the picture. The Death Kiss. Yeah. From now on, we have no more titles with death in it.
Getting superstitious?
Say, you ain't got no nerves. Well, I ain't afraid either, but I'm just a little scared, that's all.
What can possibly happen?
That's it, anything.
Shut up. Been overlooking something. A bloody shame, sir. Most annoying. Right under me very nose.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter now?
I can't get it with the mic there.
Well, go ahead and fix it the way you want it.
Who are you talking to?
Swing it in here, Father. Come on, Father. Now down a little closer. There. Is that in your picture?
No, you're safe there.
Okay, test it.
Microphone number 2.
All right, let's go. Okay for sound. Well, Lieutenant, can I see you a minute?
Well, if it isn't our little mystery writer. I knew you'd turn up. Have you solved it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
No, we haven't.
What's the revelation?
Well, I went through the clothes that Brent wore the night before he was murdered. I found a room key to the Cliffside Inn in his pocket. I went up to the inn and found that he'd registered there the night before as Mr. and Mrs. Brent.
Not unusual for him, was it?
No, but the husband of the woman that was with him waited for Brent in the telephone booth in the lobby. When Brent came down, they had a fight. Brent beat him up and left with the woman. Now, there's your motive. The fellow who hid in the telephone booth is the fellow who murdered Brent.
It's a motive, sure. But it seems to me that everyone around here had a motive.
Yes, but this same man knew a lot about electricity and a lot about film. Now, Chalmers couldn't have thrown that cigarette butt in the film because he was nowhere around at the time. Marcia couldn't have poured acid on the negative. Well, she knows less about film than you do. But this same fellow, whoever it was, found out that Chalmers had discovered his contraption in the lamp. Stole Marcia's car, took acid again, Dr. Chalmers' gin, and then returned the car.
Yes, but why did he take Miss Lane's car?
To give himself a double-headed out. If you believed that suicide gag, well, that was the end of it. If you didn't, everything pointed to Marcia. Whatever happened, he wouldn't be suspected.
Yeah? But you have got to show me that the guy who was at the inn is someone here at the studio, and that he had access to the light, the film, the car, and everything else.
Well, that's easy. The man who hid in the telephone booth left his trademark.
What's this?
Well, you know as well as I do. The scribblings a man makes on a piece of paper are as identifying as his signature.
Really? Oh. Now all we've got to do is to find the guy that scribbles like this, huh?
Well, I've done that, too. Take a look at this.
Where did you get this?
In Grossmith's office. Now, Avery, Steiner, Grossmith, and Howell were in there having a conference.
Then you think one of those four killed Brent?
Yes.
Funny situation, ain't it?
This is interesting. But I've only your word for it, and that don't count for much. Well, I'll keep your paper dolls. But you have got to get me more substantial evidence than this before I can let Miss Lane go.
Why do you keep talking about this? Just fucking figure it out.
Take good care of these guns, boys, and don't forget to check them back to me.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure the gun isn't loaded?
You bet not. I just looked at it.
You mind if I look?
Not at all.
That clear to you? All right, we'll take it.
Is everybody ready?
No.
Let's make it.
Johnson, powder up, will you please?
Sure.
Oh, please. She's at work, Doc.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Frank, I've been so worried about you.
Darling, I'm hot on the trail. I've got an idea. And if I'm right, I'll have this whole thing wrapped up and tied before you know it.
But don't go away before I'm through, will you?
Well, you bet I won't.
Miss Lane, will you stand on a minute, please?
I'm scared and excited, too.
Isn't loaded, is it?
What do you think? I'm crazy?
Mind if I look?
Oh, go ahead.
Thanks. Say, Bill, those aren't the same guns you used before, are they?
I know. I couldn't get 38s before, so I slipped in 45s. Nobody knew the difference.
Do you mean 38s were called for before?
Yeah, they made a row about it.
Who insisted on it?
Okay, coming up.
Come on with me. Listen, I've got it. This is Bill, the property man. He tells me on the day that Brent was murdered, he was definitely ordered to give all the extras 38 caliber guns.
Yeah?
Did you get it? 38 caliber guns were ordered. Now, if Bill had supplied them, we'd have never have known that it wasn't an accident.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
But he didn't. He substituted 45s. That's how we knew it was a murder. Now, the fellow who ordered those 38s...
Say, who ordered those guns?
Go ahead, Bill. Tell him.
Well,
Lights out.
Everybody stand up! Lights! Give me a light!
Here you are, kids.
Come on!
There he is. There he goes. Up there.
Come on, he went this way. Oh, there he is. Come on.
There he goes.
Up those stairs. Quick, not right now. Come on. Stay where you are. I'll shoot.
What happened to you?
Ouch.
Avery.
Mr.
Mr. Avery.
So he's the one that ordered the guns.
Yes, and I told you about him under the microphone. He was listening in with the earphones.
So it was him.
Don't look at him now. He's dead.
Well, isn't that special?
Dead. Yes. I'm glad.
You are really enjoying this, aren't you?
The woman at the Cliffside Inn, huh?
You stay here, Hilliker. Come on, go with me.
What is going on?
I got him. I got him.
Look how dumb we are.
There's your man. Who is he?
You'll suffer for this, you despicable cad.
So, you're a policeman, huh?
Pardon me. I think I owe apologies to Miss Lane, and to you, too. I'm sorry that I was so unpleasant.
You know, at first I could have sworn it was you.
I knew it, and it made me quite angry. But you're much more clever than I gave you credit for.
Well, that sounds like a new contract.
We'll talk about that later.
I'm going back and clean the crackers out of my bed. I'm expecting company.
Oh, Lieutenant, would you mind telling me why it is that detectives always wear their hats, even in the presence of ladies?
Well, sure. That's so we won't have anything in our hands or arms in case we have to use them.
That's one for the book. Do you mind if I write it in right now?
Ooh, he likes girls.
Hello, boys and ghouls. This is Eric Uncle Pigger, creator of Toxic Tunes. I specialize in creepy, kooky, spooky, macabre art that I put on my t-shirt line. I'm always creating new t-shirts every month. I've also got patches, stickers, monster masks, calendars, artworks, air fresheners, I got so much stuff I can't even keep my eyes straight. Just come to Toxic Tunes and see with your own eyes where it's Halloween every day. And stay tuned for more of Mummy and the Monkey. I love these two.
Wow.
Oh, wow. The death kiss comes to an end.
So, a movie with Bela Lugosi in it where he didn't kill anyone and he wasn't the bad guy.
Didn't bite anyone, didn't kill anyone.
That's rare.
Yeah, didn't get killed by an octopus, didn't whip anyone.
Yeah, so he was like, you know, an okay guy in this movie.
Not too bad. A little bit of the studio head. One of the, the studio heads. That's
yeah.
it. Bela playing Vanilla.
Wow.
Vanilla Lugosi.
Yeah.
I don't want to be typecast. I can play any role you give me. You want me to be a studio head?
So Dracula was a good guy in this movie.
I can do it. I can play an ice cream man. Or even a caveman. But I won't be typecast as just a vampire.
Oh, no, we loved it. It was fun.
I want to play Tommy Lee in his life story.
No, okay. Don't do that. Watson family, $9.99. Thank you so much for the super chat. But the show isn't quite over yet.
No.
So we're gonna travel back in time yet again.
Woohoo! Don't ask me what year we're just gonna go, okay?
All right, we're gonna travel back in time for some retro TV memories with the Cleveland TV show Time Travel.
That's right. And that's where I crack open an old TV guide that lets us know what was playing in the Cleveland area back in the day. Fridays and Saturdays. More monster and horror hosted type stuff. So here we go with Cleveland TV show Time Travel. Take it away, me. Woohoo! All right, here we go with the Cleveland TV show Time Travel, Mama. That's right. As we start with good old TV8 with Houlihan and Big Chuck. Friday, August 25th,
1978.
Yeah, the Houlihan and Big Chuck show, baby. And their movie that night was It Came from Outer Space. And it wasn't Bela Lugosi.
No.
Yeah, this is a good one. I wish we could play this. There's a lot of movies I wish we could play.
Yeah, I don't think we could play this one.
It's no Death Kiss, though, I'll tell you that. Hey!
Ooh.
I used to date her. She had an eye for me. And then later on the same channel, on 8 All Night, it's a t-shirt I'm wearing right now.
Tarantula.
Ooh, and you know who's in this movie?
Who?
Dirty Harry himself it has a bit role as a fighter pilot in this movie. Yeah, that's right. Clint Eastwood. And I actually might have this guy, he needs a dermatologist bad.
Wow.
Okay, and then later, the second movie that night was Queen of Outer Space with your favorite, Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Ooh, Zsa Zsa. She was cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I want to take care of that quick because I got to get back to this. All right. And then the next day on Channel 43, WUAB, August 26th, 1978, it was the one, the only, the guy we interviewed earlier in the show.
Superhost!
Yes, and he was on from noon to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And he's kicked it off with an hour of The Bowery Boys. That's right, from 12 to 1. He would have some comedy shorts and bits. And then at 1 o'clock, his first of 2 movies, The Unearthly Stranger. Oh boy, someone needs to take a vacation there. I think this was a British sci-fi TV show or something. And then second, at 2:30, his second movie was Abbott and Costello in Society.
Ah, okay.
This one I'm not really sure what they did in this one.
Yeah, I don't recall this one.
Yell at each other and slap each other. And that wraps it up for tonight's Cleveland TV Showtime Travel.
Fun times, Grim.
Yeah, hopefully we're doing some justice to these times that we had we experienced growing up here in the Cleveland area, and that's the whole point of this show, is to bring back some of those memories, live a little bit of that nostalgia that we all grew up with, and whatever it takes, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna keep on going here. And this is the climax of the show. We're going to pick the prize winner.
Well, and real quick, Victoria asked where we get the TV guides if we look them up at the library.
Good question.
That is a very good question.